Everybody try to put me in. I got a lot of enemies who used to be my friends.
I'm very excited for this. Jutsu spread across the Naruto manga.
I'm chewing on a hog, guys, because I'm sick.
Movies and so on. I'm gonna kindly ask you to do me a favor and keep in mind that this was a pretty difficult list for me to make, and
this would be a
considering
hardest
I'm narrowing my choices down from an approximate estimate of 486 octomillion jutsu to 5, you and I probably aren't gonna see eye to eye on this one, buddy.
Yeah,
probably not.
What do you mean you don't think back controlling ultrasonic mind waves is the best jutsu? Dislike, unsubscribe, like if you agree.
On that note, I don't really think I need to clarify this, but this
Swag
list
makes me
is
laugh
not
easily.
ranking the top 5 strongest jutsu in the series. Rather, it's a list cataloging my personal favorites. So, if we're good on that, everybody understands. Let's just get right into the
Get into it. Roll it.
This is without a doubt, no contest, the coolest taijutsu ability in the entire series. While the primary Lotus, reverse Lotus, Hirudora, Asakujaku, Night Guy, and all of the other abilities used by Guy and Rock Lee are pretty cool, they don't even come close to having the cool factor that this jutsu does. Nothing about the mechanics of the 8 trigram 64 palms ended up landing on this list. I put it here solely because it looks really cool. I think the reason I like it so much is a combination of the progressive increase in strikes, the sheer overwhelming speed of the combination of attacks, and even the way the user yells out how many chakra points have been stricken each time they progress to the technique's next stage. I guess this spot should go to the 128 palms, but I think the 64 palms is a lot more iconic. And the scene where it was first used is just way cooler if you're watching the series for the first time than the scene where the 128 palms made its debut. Now, I know I said the mechanics didn't really have anything to do with this being placed on the list, but the fact that it completely shuts down somebody's chakra network, and in most cases
completely shuts it down,
being able to stand up is
for like the rest of the day. He cannot stand up.
This jutsu back is the fact that it is completely ineffective. Neji's never really shut anybody down in a fight with this before. Like, even when he landed all 64 strikes on Naruto, oh nope, didn't do anything. Guess what? Naruto's the Jinchuriki of the strongest tailed beast ever, or at least 1/2 of it anyway. Sucks to be you, I know, Neji, but come on, you don't have time to fret about it. You gotta prepare yourself. You're about to get one shot by an uppercut to the face.
Oh my gosh. Couldn't even do it. Chibaku
I don't really think I need to
Tensei.
explain myself here. Chibaku Tensei is awesome. You clap your hands together and make a big freaking moon in the sky. What's not to like about it? Now, it was really cool when Pain used it, at least in the manga anyway, not in the anime. That episode was animated really badly. And Madara's use of it was pretty cool as well. He created a whole bunch of planetoids and dropped them on top of Naruto and Sasuke all at once. But the coolest use of this jutsu by far is when Sasuke used it to capture all 9-tailed beasts with a single clap of his hands. Additionally, after that, he went on to summon all of the Chibaku Tensei satellites he created to the final valley where he was fighting Naruto, so that he could use the Rinnegan to absorb the chakra of all of the tailed beasts contained inside and fire an Indra's arrow strong enough to overpower 2 tailed beast ball Rasen Shuriken from Naruto. It also made his Susanoo look like this. I mean, it was just one of the coolest things anybody ever did in the whole manga. This jutsu is responsible for some of the greatest eye candy this series has to offer. Like this shot of Pain staring down the 9 tails as it's attempting to break free of the Chibaku Tensei. This moment here where Naruto and Sasuke used it to seal Kaguya. And the scene I just mentioned where Sasuke used it to capture 9-tailed beasts and then fire Indra's arrow.
Oh my gosh. Gave me all types of nostalgia. Flying
so like the last 2,
Rajan.
this one's not exactly here because it's cool to look at. It's here because if I could have one jutsu as a ninja in the world of Naruto, it would be the multi-shadow clone jutsu. But if I could have a second jutsu in addition to that, my first pick would be the Flying Thunder God technique. And does this really need explaining? I know I said this for the last entry, but like I really mean it. This jutsu lets you teleport to anywhere you've left a mark, like in the whole world. And when Minato left a mark on Obito's back, it didn't disappear for like 17 whole years, even after he died. It does look kind of cool when used in some cases. For example, I think the time when Tobirama teleported Naruto to Obito's back so
one of my favorite moments.
Was pretty nice to look at, as are all of those scenes where Minato spams the jutsu rapid fire and teleports back and forth between a whole bunch of his kunai and other markings. Plus, how can you not love the only jutsu capable of countering Kamui that isn't Kamui? Really, there's just a whole lot of good stuff to say about this jutsu and not a whole lot of bad.
Number 2.
Now, I'd be
Monkey.
genuinely
Kage
surprised
Bushin.
if I saw a video like this from any single person who actually likes this manga and this jutsu wasn't on it. Like, seriously, the Shadow Clone Jutsu is the jutsu. It's easily the most iconic ability in the whole series. And now, you could argue that that's not necessarily true, and that the Rasengan is far more recognizable, but no. No. Definitely the Shadow
Take it back to
Clone
basics
Jutsu.
with the
And,
Shadow
Naruto
Clones.
wouldn't even have been able to
The
perform
fact that
the
only
Rasengan in the
8
first place without the Shadow Clone
can be
Jutsu,
made
so-
by a well
Seems like we got a
ninja,
winner
like-
right here. But really, there's a whole lot to love about this
that he
jutsu.
can
Plus,
do this
I'm not
many,
just
it's
talking about the
ridiculous.
Shadow Clone Jutsu. I'm also talking about all of its variants, like the Wood Clone Jutsu, although that technique may have actually come before this one. The Water Clone Jutsu, Sand Clones, all that sort of stuff. But specifically the Shadow Clone Jutsu, because it's the most
Kakashi's
versatile.
lightning
Like I
clone.
said in the last entry, as much as I would love to have Flying Thunder God, I would definitely want to have this one more. Naruto was able to learn how to use the Rasen Shuriken in a minuscule amount of time, thanks to being able to use thousands of Shadow Clones to train all at once, which is one
It's
of the
just
coolest uses of any
unbelievable.
jutsu in the whole series. There are plenty
It's the
of
way
other
he uses
really
exactly
cool
Swag.
clone jutsu
It's the
moments
way
too,
that he
like when
uses
Madara
it that
created
it's
wood clones and then had
makes
those
all the
wood clones
difference.
use Susanoo, or like when Itachi created a Shadow Clone and then blew it up in the middle of a river. It took everybody by surprise, and I'm really shocked that he never did that again. The fact that it's possible to make exploding Shadow Clones is actually one of the reasons
Yeah,
why this jutsu is
that's
so high
pretty
up on the
cool.
list. Come on, Itachi, why did you ever... That's like the coolest jutsu he has. But of course, I can't forget the good old-fashioned
Tsukiyomi,
strength
but
and
okay.
numbers beatdowns that Naruto used to perform using this jutsu way back in part 1, and even on occasion in part 2. Even as a child, he was able to create 2,000 Shadow Clones, which he used to beat the ever-living shit out of Gaara. As with the Flying Thunder God, I
Oh
just
my
have a whole lot
God.
of good stuff to say about this ability, and nothing really bad.
Honorable mentions.
So real quick before I move on to number 1, honorable mentions. Just gonna go through these really quickly and give a brief explanation for why I like them so much. First off, it's this gigantic
Rasen Shuriken. Everybody loves this.
that destroys its
Alright,
targets
guys,
on
as
a cellular
always,
level. It
moving
is
on to
so
the next
powerful
clip
and so
to
deadly
give my
that
opinion.
Tsunade told Kakashi,
What's poppin', guys? So that was me reacting to one of my favorite YouTubers, Swagkage's one of many awesome videos. The reason why I really like Swagkage so much is because he knows how to break it down. All of his facts are actual accurate facts, and so he just breaks it down in a real entertainment way, but still educational. So yes, I agreed with a lot of the things that he put on that list. He put a lot of iconic jutsu on that list, and he gave like meanings where it was very sentimental on why. So I love Swagkage. I'm going to be doing some Dragon Ball Super stuff later today. I know you guys have been requesting it. I don't ever want to feel like I'm being one-sided, because although Ultimate Ninja, although Naruto is like my favorite anime, I definitely still really like Dragon Ball Super and Death Note and all that other stuff. Guys, we are 20 subscribers away to 400. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you watch me and you keep on watching me, you might as well subscribe to me. Like this video, like. Comment on what other videos you think I should be doing. Comment some of your favorite jutsu of all time. And I'm back to my pink wah bastard ways. So if you guys need anything, hit me up on Twitter. That's where you can get a response from me the easiest. As always, pink wah bastard out.